Understanding Rotations, Worksheet 19, questions 7 and 8. We're actually going to skip question number 7, where you're asked to use a protractor and a ruler to draw the image formed by a rotating triangle ABC. Well, we're not going to do that. So you could either cross it out or rate skipped, whatever you want to do, but we are not going to be rotating that triangle. So we can skip number 7. Let's go to number 8. Number 8 is going to be worth 8 points. 4 points for part A and 4 points for part B. In other words, it's going to be 1 point for each ordered pair that you find. The figure shows trapezoid WXYZ. So that highlighted trapezoid is the original figure, the pre-image. Right now, pause your video and write down the ordered pairs for W, X, Y, and Z. Okay, for part A. For part A, it says, what are the coordinates of the image W prime, X prime, Y prime, Z prime produced if WXYZ is rotated 90 degrees clockwise about the origin? I cheated again. I copied and pasted this chart so we could easily find 90 degrees clockwise. So here's my clockwise, and here is 90 degrees. So it looks like Y negative X. 90 degrees clockwise is Y negative X. Y negative X. So over here, let's write Y negative X. So we're going to keep the Y coordinates the same and take the opposite of the X coordinates. I'm going to do Z with you. So Y negative X. Well, let's look at the Y coordinate on Z. So my Y coordinate on Z is 1. Since it just says Y, that means it doesn't change. We keep it as 1. So for Z prime, 1 will become my X coordinate. Then it says opposite of X. So whatever your X coordinate is, you're going to take the opposite of it. Well, my X coordinate in Z is negative 4. So my Y coordinate for Z prime is the opposite of negative 4, which is positive 4. So right now, pause your video, find W prime, X prime, and Y prime using Y negative X. Remember, negative X doesn't mean that you make the X coordinate negative. It means you take the opposite. When I say negative X, it means take the opposite of X. Part B. It says, what are the coordinates of the second image produced by rotating W prime, X prime, Y prime, Z prime 180 degrees clockwise about the origin? Now this is where you need to be careful. We are rotating the W prime, X prime, Y prime, Z prime 180 degrees. So that means we are taking these ordered pairs and rotating them. So we don't need to worry about these anymore up top. It's the W prime, X prime, Y prime, Z prime that we're going to worry about. Okay, so 180 degrees clockwise about the origin. So here's clockwise, and here's 180 degrees. And remember, 180 degrees, it doesn't matter which direction you go. It's always the opposite of X, the opposite of Y. Negative X, negative Y. Negative X, negative Y. So over here, let's write negative X, negative Y. So we're going to take the opposite of the X coordinate and the opposite of the Y coordinate. Opposite of the X coordinate and opposite of the Y coordinate. Remember, you're using your prime figures. So I'm going to go from Z prime to Z double prime. So the first thing I need to do is I need to take the opposite of X. The opposite of positive 1 is negative 1. Now I need to take the opposite of Y. The opposite of positive 4 is negative 4. All right, so now you need to find W double prime, X double prime, and Y double prime to complete question number 8. If you have any questions on question 8 or any other question on worksheet 19, please don't hesitate to ask.